board here and then get started. So we'll start with the United States insignia. That's on the top of page 137. Basically, it doesn't give you a lot of information, but it does say that the that R is the radius of your circle, right? So if I draw a circle here and I just set it to 1, this makes my drawing a whole lot easier because everything else is based on that R. So now R is equal to 1. So as far as the line that comes across here, well, I'll draw a vertical line here. That one's 3/4 times R, which is 3/4. And then I need to center that, right? So I'll just pick that up and snap it to the quadrant. So there it is, centered. And then I'm going to move it, how far? R, right? So I'm going to move it 1 inch this way horizontally. So that's where it's supposed to go, I guess. And then, so that's basically the distance from the edge of that circle, the end of that circle, to the end of that line, right? But if I draw a line from the top of it, it goes a little bit further, right? See how that would be about 1 inch almost, but I have to go all the way to where it intersects that circle. So it's a little bit longer. So far, so good, I guess. It also says the borders and bars are 1/8, well, 1/8 of an inch because R is 1, so 1/8 times R. But I don't see that that works out. So if I count so what I could do is just offset, right? So if I offset this 0.125 and then offset that inward, 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 and then trim this stuff off, yeah. Even that little guy. Okay, that's 1/8 of an inch, right? Well, I guess if that's 3/4 and then there's 1/4, 2/8, right? There's 1/8 here and 1/8 on the bottom, 1/8 on the top, 1/8 on the bottom. I don't think it's gonna quite work because that leaves, what's 3/4 minus 1/4, 2/4? That's a 1/2 inch, right? And there's 3 bars in there. So each of those is actually 1/6 of an inch. So that doesn't add up. So I think it's better, probably, to break this down into, I mean, I see the top. So if I count all the bars, there's 5 of them, right? There's the top blue, then it goes white, and then red, and then white and blue, right? So that's 5. So if I take 3/4 times 5, or divide it into 5, well, I guess that's 3/20, right? Which is fine. I don't care what the fraction is, right? So I can just do 3/20 and then offset it. So it's a little bit more than that 1/8. No big deal, right? So a little bit of arithmetic there. Hopefully nothing too bad. And then I'll offset this one more time. And I already have that 0.15, right? So I just hit space on that offset command, so I don't have to worry about it again. So now it's all even. There I go, see? Just divide that up into 5. Or you could, if you didn't want to do the math, okay, you could use the divide command and just divide that into, oops, object to divide right there, and 5 parts there, and then p-type. And with p-type, I'll just make little x's, I guess. 1/10 of an inch. There. Ooh, that's too big. How about 0.05 or 1/16 almost? That's a little easier. So I can see that they're lined up nicely. See? Okay. Well, since I already did, I'm going to delete those. Okay, that was a lot of work. So just mirror it. That mirror. Good. Oh, then I can use for that for the star in the middle, divide this circle into 5. There we go. But I want to, look at this, I can, there, select them all. And I'm going to rotate it about its center. Stand straight up. Yeah, that'll work. Then I can draw the line. Just like in close. There, trim. Holding my mouse down there. Okay, I'll show you another thing that is useful. If I use a quick select, Q-U-I-C-K, quick select. I don't see it in there. How about Q select? Yeah, there, Q select. And this dialog, the quick select tool, allows me to select the object type that I want to select, like these points. And then where the points, where their color is equal to by layer, it doesn't matter, it's just going to pick all the points. And so all I got to do is pick the kind of object I want to pick for this, and then delete. So instead of having to click on each one and stuff, that makes it nice. Okay, so I think I've drawn everything. Now I want to go over how to fill the areas with the color that you want. This is kind of a new tool, and it's called the boundary hatch command. And the boundary hatch command is right, I don't know where it is. It's in here somewhere, but I usually just use, yeah, I have a different workspace. Let me change my workspace here to drafting and annotation. There we go. So right here, this tool here is the hatch tool. You can use gradients too, which is kind of fun. But anyway, the hatch tool, an easy way to get that is BH for boundary hatch. So BH. And then I can pick, if I put my cursor in there, see how it's picking a pattern. This is the ANSI 131 pattern, which is just some diagonal lines, which is fun. But I want a solid color in this case because I have solid colors here. So I click on solid color, and then I can pick the color here in the properties area of the ribbon. And let's go with blue to start with. And I'll just put the cursor inside the boundary that I need it to be blue. And click. There we go. Space to end that, and space to start up again and change the color to red. And I can click the 2 red colors, and I think I'm done. Yay. So that's one. Pretty good. Any questions? It's all good.
What was the command for that again? BH?
Yeah, it stands for boundary hatch. So BH, I don't know if you can see that on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was like, been busy today. But.
Yeah. So once you're in that command, you have a bunch of options. The ribbon changes to the hatch creation ribbon. So you get all these kind of commands. But basically, all you got to do is put your cursor inside somewhere and click and set it. Okay. So the assignment is to do this one now that you have seen it, and then do 3 other ones of your choice on that page. Or even if you don't want any of those, you have something against Hollanders or something, I don't know. You could go online and pick an insignia from a different country. That's fine too. So just 3. Add that to this drawing, right? So I'll have 3 under this or something, and then we'll print those to a PDF and turn them in or in class on a piece of paper. So anyway,
what page? Where are they on? The ones that we need to draw?
Yeah, good question. Page 137.
Okay.
Yep.
And is this due just at the end of next class period, or?
Yeah. So that'll allow us to answer any questions that you might have, like coming into class on Thursday. But I'll continue with some more stuff on Thursday, but you'll have time to get your questions answered and stuff too. So,
Okay, sweet.
all right. So that is probably good for now. Then we'll just reconvene on Thursday. All right. If there aren't any questions, we'll leave you to it. You guys all right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All righty. We'll see you guys Thursday. Stay safe.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.